Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Mag Minds podcast. It's your boy, Fon the Villain. To my right this time, we got the homie Toast. What's good, man?
Hey everyone, it's me, Lack. So grateful to be here, and as always, we always appreciate the love and the support that from everybody.
Yes, sir.
We're not going to be where we are now without you guys. So, with that being said, we have a very, very special guest in the building.
Special guest.
Yeah.
Can't even talk.
Yeah.
I'm
So
nervous.
special. My speech is getting special. So, she is one of the constant figures in my life. I've known this girl pretty much since I moved to the U.S. and it's one of my bestest friend and one of the only white people in my life. So that's how you know she's special.
Is he giving me compliments?
So to the left we got Shannon.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
It's the only time he's been nice to me. That's nice.
Oh, that's crazy. Putting you on blast off the rip.
He said be myself. So
Hey, yes, we got Shannon in the building. And she remember the thing that we practiced?
no, we all didn't tell me.
We
You're getting me nervous over here. I didn't practice anything.
We had to do it, but no. Very, very much pleasure to have you. We've actually been scheming this. We've been scheming this for a minute. We've been trying to get her on, but she's busy. She's traveling. She's doing all types of shit. So that being said, why don't you tell the people who Shannon is?
Oh man, I have been traveling a lot. Lots of weddings. I feel like my life is 27 dresses. So I'm constantly a bridesmaid. So that's always fun.
Wedding dress.
Yeah, lots of weddings. I work a lot, so but I like what I do, so I don't really feel like it's a job, so that's nice. I definitely like working out, hanging out with friends. Definitely a family girl, so that's what I do in my free time. Kind of boring, so
Nah, definitely not.
until I hang out with you guys, and then you never know what's gonna happen. So
That's crazy. No.
it's like we're gonna be home by midnight, and then like
Never
yelling at me at like 2 o'clock in the morning,
bro,
like
can
why
we
aren't
get
we
the
going
fuck
home
home?
yet?
She's like, you want to go down to the other bar? I'm like, at 1:30, I'm like, bro, is it closing 30
I know,
minutes?
like,
She's like,
and he can barely see in the beginning, and then we start drinking. He really can't. So it's like,
You can barely see. Oh,
I know you're blind. It's okay.
damn.
That is crazy.
Damn. You know what? Let it slide.
That's the history right there. Actually,
is.
speaking of the history, I want to know, the people want to know. I think you've told me this before, but I forget.
Yeah.
You guys have known each other for a hot minute. So what is that? I don't want Lack to say it because Lack be saying some shit. So what was it like?
So do I.
What was it like? I mean, they both be saying some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man.
But tell us first impression meeting Lack. Where it was.
We've been in the same school since Charles Haskell.
Charles High School.
So like elementary school, but we
Yeah.
weren't like really good friends until high school because we had a lot of classes together.
Yeah.
And like anytime like conversations would come up, he was kind of funny and I never knew it. And I was like, I didn't expect it. He was kind of quiet, so I wasn't. So when he started making jokes, I was like, I gotta be friends with this guy. And then we sat next to each other. I think it was English class with Miss Hanson, I believe.
Miss Hanson, yeah.
Yeah, and then that kind of just started the friendship from there.
Yeah.
I mean, we even went to prom our senior year together. So
Oh wow,
that was
that's
a lot of
pretty cool.
fun.
That was really fun.
Oh no, that was high school where you were like the prom king.
Prom court, and then it was formal king. Yeah.
Formal king. Winter. That's some winter stuff, right?
Winter stuff,
formal.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I almost
Charles
got kicked out of
Haskell.
that one, so.
Damn, for what?
What year?
It was
Senior year?
I went both years. I went junior year.
I don't even think I went my senior year.
Yeah, I went both years.
I don't know.
Never
But
been.
that's how we started.
Yeah.
He put up with me since then, pulling me out of.
No. Shannon's, but it's one of those people that like I always go to for advice, and it's like, it's like we could go months and months without talking to each other, and we'll pick it back up like immediately. And it's never awkward. It's never like the vibe is always the same. Even though we grow individually as people, I feel like our friendship has been so constant and stable that like it never wavers in that sense.
Because we bully each other. It's
Yeah,
just the
I
love
think
behind
that's
it.
gentle bullying.
I was
That's my
Yeah,
love language.
because we like didn't see each other for like probably a year almost.
Yeah.
And then we were seeing each other like all the time.
Yeah.
And now like I feel like we've been in contact quite a bit.
Quite
now,
a bit,
actually.
yeah. Which I'm happy about for sure, because I always have fun, going to all these bars with her, and then
Actually, all I do is party.
she-
I'm like over here working like 24/7.
I won't say it,
But like
yeah.
once every 6 weeks we go out somewhere,
Hey. No, that's cool.
But
Though.
that's
That's
our
cool.
story.
I like that you people have kept that. I haven't. I guess kind of. I have some classmates from Cameroon that I still like connect with, but even then, that doesn't date back to elementary school. Like I went to elementary school here, no friends from here, but Granted, I changed countries for like
Right.
however many years. It's
Yeah.
funny. I was gonna say my sister went to Charles High School.
Did she?
Actually, I think for like 2 years. Yeah. And then I was in Summit from 1, and then left after
good
that.
old Summit.
Yeah.
Summit.
Summit was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it there.
I asked him what team he was on. He didn't remember.
Who?
I asked him what team he was on. He didn't remember.
I had no idea.
What team?
Yeah, like 601, 602, 603.
I forgot about
my
those.
fucking
Okay,
God,
so I'm not the
damn,
only
you
one.
too.
I forgot about. I still
I'm
remember my
only
lunch
one.
code 615003683.
I still remember
I
mine
was
too.
hungry.
Yeah, I still remember mine too.
Yeah.
You cannot be the one to talk. Literally, if you like 5 episodes ago, he was like, I used to stare at the sun crying because I was so hungry at boarding
I was
school.
hungry too, but she was eating. I wasn't eating.
We had codes.
Oh no, I was eating.
Yeah.
I just know God wanted me to be a thick
I
woman
was on
because
free
no
and
matter
reduced
what I
lunch.
do, food's always gonna be there. So
Yeah. I was on free and reduced lunch, so you know, I'm gonna be eating.
Who was I just talking to? Or were we just talking to Gaps about the Michelle Obama era? Where
Bro,
she's
when
getting
like
them
they
fed.
took all the snacks out.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was when we were in like what 8th grade.
Yeah.
I remember there was like lots
People
of
were
fights.
mad.
Yeah,
People
that
were
was bad.
mad.
What the fuck is that? The food looked terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we're going to school and eating
Look.
this?
Bro, send me to prison.
Prison food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Send me to prison.
Yeah, lock me up. I get
Have you seen
commissary.
the different prisons around the world?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
like what they eat and
What is it like?
Like in like
I was
Denmark and Sweden, like
I
they
know.
get
I was like, can I just go there and stay for a
Yo,
night?
That's what I'm saying. We go there, like smack somebody, like get a free hotel.
Yeah, I bet they have no
Facts.
homeless people. I'd be breaking the law just to go to jail.
man, them are eating nice over there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but no, that being said, that's cool. I like that you guys have kept, again, back to the backstory. I like that you guys have kept sort of the funny banter and haven't lost that over however many years, decades it's been. That's really cool. What I wanted to say though was, what did I want to say?
Wow.
I had such a nice transition. This
Wow,
happens a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
So we're just gonna embrace it. We're just gonna keep moving. But this happens so many times where I just lose my train of thought.
Okay, good. It's
And
not
we-
just
You know what
me.
your problem is?
Yeah, what's
My,
my
my
problem?
man has the calendar open right now. Look at
I
that,
have
all
the
his whole
calendar.
schedule.
I have the calendar open for sure because, bro, this month is stupid.
Okay,
not
I'm
gonna
glad it's
lie.
not just me.
This month is stupid right now.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
So I was
I
like,
feel
I
that.
need to keep the calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that.
I agree.
Benefits of having the fucking laptop.
No, this month has been crazy. With all the hail stuff that's going on,
Bro.
with all the
I know.
Hills,
Yeah.
tsunamis everywhere. Like, what?
bro, what's going on with that? The Florida stuff,
It's
bro.
just
We were
sad.
just talking about this right before we started shooting. Like people that are so stubborn they don't want to leave and they evacuate. What are we talking about? Like, how good of a swimmer are you? Like, are you fighting gators? Like, are you swimming?
already? So this is just.
Bro,
you're
but
just
now you're
changing
in-
the
Dude, I'd rather
terrain.
see a gator than a snake.
You're changing the terrain.
Bro, but now
really.
you're
I'll ride the
you're in
gator.
Gators.
I'll
Take me out of here.
Bro, it's gator territory. Everywhere is gator territory.
Yeah,
right
in
now.
Florida, for
think
sure.
it's
I was just
done.
there like
They
2 weeks
fight.
ago.
Yeah.
So-
How's that?
It was for work. It was nice,
Yeah.
conferences the whole time, but it was still
But
good.
you don't
We
go
always
to
have
like
fun.
all the conference stuff. You just go to everything else.
No, we actually have to
You
go
guys
to
actually go?
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like entertaining. So the good thing, like with ours, it's not super boring. There's some that can, be a little boring. Obviously, it's still work, but it's still Orlando. We went to Senior Frog, so if you've never been there.
Señor
Highly
Frog.
suggest it. It's just fun. It's kind of like a bar/club turn into after like 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
nice
It's
and
just a
ratchet.
fun, yeah. But they give you like nice food. Like it's good food. So that's up my vibe. I have food and music that I can dance
And
to.
drinks,
So
yeah.
I'm set.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
set.
fun. You guys actually do conference shit, like medical stuff? I mean, we do the conferences and we get all the stuff done, but it's like there's definitely times where you're just like, okay, we
Yeah.
don't need to.
Well,
there's
if it
many
pertains to you.
gaps.
Yeah,
there's so many
yeah.
gaps, and like again, if it doesn't pertain to you, you're like, bro, I have the rest of the day because all the shit I had to do was
Yep.
either yesterday or early in the morning. So like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna explore,
here.
hang out in the city. Which my last conference I went to was in Denver. Terrible place. Terrible place.
What?
I hate
Oh, I
it.
have a funny story about that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I do not like Denver.
Yeah.
Why
What
do you
was it?
like
Yeah.
Denver? You like Denver?
Well, for one, I like snow. I went to Breckenridge anyway, so I like
Breckenridge.
Colorado. But I've been to Denver for work conferences too.
Mm.
So there was that was fun.
What was the funny
I
story?
was like, where's the
Yeah,
story?
we're
Well, I've never done weed before until we went
Okay.
to.
never done weed.
Never done weed before.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like we
Hard
didn't smoke
drug.
it. It was an
Yeah.
edible, and I'd never done it
Ooh,
before.
that hits
And
you
that is the
different.
worst thing to like do.
Yeah.
So we were like,
First.
oh well, it's legal here. Like, so we were all done with the
Mm-hmm.
conferences. We didn't have to be at the next one until like 10 o'clock the next morning.
Oh.
So first thing people do when they go to
Yeah.
Colorado is go to the
Yeah.
dispensary. So we
Yeah.
grab our stuff. And we're on our way to go eat Mexican food. We don't have to have like fat for it to like activate. So I took one. It was a caramel. Nothing happened. So I took another one. And at this point, I've never taken it before. So at this point, I'm at 20 milligrams. I got
for your first time.
For my first time.
Oh, you're fucked.
This was in the first like 20 minutes. I was like, it's not working, so I'm gonna pop another one.
That's the issue,
brother.
Because I didn't know really anything about it. Like at this point, I was 22 years old. Like I didn't do anything until I was 22, and I took an edible. Then we get to the restaurant. Well, we're drinking, we're having fun, so we're still not feeling anything because we haven't eaten yet. So then we pop another one. When I tell you, I was literally, there's a video of me vacuuming the street. Like, not with a vacuum. I was like, pretend vacuuming. We get up to the room, pass out on the bed, wake up the next morning. I am still like done for. We have to go for a conference for 12 hours. And I'm sitting there, they put me next to my boss, and I'm like,
yeah, they last for it.
I was starving. When I told you I ate like 3 entrees at lunch, I ate 3 entrees at lunch. Like,
what the?
I didn't do it again for like years. I was traumatized. So don't recommend that.
That's a crazy entrance.
Yeah, I was like, not that again.
That's like when politicians say we gotta go and clean up these streets. Yeah. That's like, imagine
that was me. They're like, what are you doing? And I started like running away from everybody. I don't know.
Cleaning up the streets.
No, I could not. That's fun. Okay, so you had it, but that's not like
no, it wasn't like bad.
Yeah.
It could have been if I didn't have people with me.
If you have people with you, what the
but
hell?
I was good. We made it through.
Genuinely vacuuming someone's living room, like
that's crazy. Yeah,
I probably would have.
On the street is wild too.
Yeah.
That is insane. But okay, rolling off from that. Another reason why we really wanted to have Shannon on the show is, you guys may know, we're trying to get more female guests. We're trying to get more female guests on the episode with strong opinions who are individual.
Yes, the right
whatever they say nowadays. But
she's preparing herself.
Yeah. I might try to reel it in.
Yeah, she's gonna carry all the weight of all the females that we know and exist, and give us the perspective that we've been looking for. Because the boys, we try our best.
Yeah, y'all need help.
Fair enough.
We shall do. That's why you're here.
Exactly.
That's why you're here.
God, I can be of assistance.
We're gonna leave it in your hands. But that being said, there's just a few scenarios that we've already kind of gone over, but we just still want to hear how you would handle it. How you would handle what you think about it. Just giving the general public your side of things, or the female side of things. One of them was, what's your take on paying for the first date? How often do you do it? What is it?
That's a good one. I always offer, because I never want like a dude to think he always has to like pay for everything that I'm going. Like if we go out for dinner, I don't want you to think you have to do it every time. Like I have a job too. I don't expect you to pay for everything.
Okay.
But if it's the first date, like I would expect a man, like as a man, to take care of the first one. But then like knowing that like I offered the first one, that I would offer again and again and again, and I pay for the next one.
So you would offer on the first date?
Yeah, I have done it before. So good. I mean,
yeah, I feel like that's a great.
It's just like a respect thing for me. So I never want someone to think I'm ever after them for their money, because I've always provided for myself. So it's not like I don't want you for that. I just want you for you. And so I feel like that's my first step of trying to get that across, because like I say, I don't need you. I want you.
Hey, somebody cooked there. Somebody cooked there, yo. She be scrolling through the TikTok comments saying like, what did I say that's right? That's perfect.
You never told me what we were going to talk about. That's so I was like, I don't know what they're going to ask.
Exactly. No. That's a great answer. And I think that's I think from a guy perspective, we want that consideration from the girls to say like they want to take care of us too, or they can take care of themselves and at the very least. And so it puts us at ease that we're not like, the weight of this date is not completely on us. Like, every aspect of the date is on us to make it fun, take care of every aspect. So
I'm pretty like laid back too, so as long as like good conversation is there, then I'm fine. But I also can't tell you last time I went on a date, so there's that. But I do offer when it does happen. So.
Okay, that's cool. Have you ever asked a guy out on a date, and do you think if you did that, you would be obliged to pay?
Have I ever?
That's a great question.
Yeah, because I think that's like the other thing is like a lot of people like to say, whoever's the one that's like putting in the initiative to be like, hey, I want to take up some of your time so you can spend time with me. They're saying that person should be the one to pay.
Yeah.
Which,
well, I feel like if
I've said I don't think so.
You don't think so?
As a guy, I would still think even if a girl asked me out, I would.
Yeah.
But I feel like were you raised like that though?
Yeah, because I had my family pay for me, and I kind of like just visualized it around
me.
Yeah,
see, like that's kind of how I grew up too. But I don't know. I feel like if it's in the beginning, then maybe, because like you're trying to find ways to hang out with them, but like you don't want them to feel like they have to pay to see you. But also,
Fair.
I don't have to go somewhere expensive to have fun. Like if I mean, I'll take you on a picnic. Like I'm fine doing something that simple, as long as I can see you and hang out with you and like just have fun. Like I don't. It's just like getting to know you in the beginning, so it doesn't have to be something expensive. But as far as like buying it, I mean, I would definitely, if I made the plans and I asked the plans, then I would offer to pay for sure.
Okay.
But if he was like, no, I want to pay, I'd be like, okay, I appreciate you.
I'm not gonna.
But I would still kind of push back a little bit, because then again, like,
You still
contribute a little bit.
Yeah.
Does it have to be 50-50 all the time? No. But, I mean, still contribute. So.
Right.
I like that. I like that it doesn't have to be 50-50 all the time. Because majority of the time it's not.
It's not. I mean, even that comes with anything. Even not money. It could be, you know, someone's having a bad day. They're, you know, at 30%. You got to pick up the 70% to, you know, pick them up. Because otherwise, what are you doing?
Right.
So.
No, that's facts. No, I think that perspective of like, because I think with our previous guests, more recently it was Lauren and Lynn.
Shout out to Lauren and Lynn.
Shout out to Lauren and Lynn. And what I usually would say, like, you know, the general idea is like the party that invites, the party that pays. But that's never been the case in my experience anyway. Like even when a girl suggests like we do something this weekend or go out to eat or go to a bar or just wherever the case may be, it's always going to end up being like me that paying, because I as a guy, like you feel very weird when a girl pays for you on a
I'm glad you say that though, because this sounds so bad. Like, yes, I'll pay for things, and like I don't let the man pay for everything all the time. But if a man doesn't offer to pay in the beginning, I don't.
You don't respect him as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, because it's kind of just like I am independent and I do take care of myself. Like I say, I don't need you, but like for you to do that, it's just like I'm taking care of you. Kind
like
of
you're
thing.
traditional in that
Yeah,
sense.
but it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't have to be something expensive. Like if someone wants to do something, like take me out to dinner, I'm not going to order like lobster on the menu. Like on the first, if I don't, like it's just, that's what I mean, if you're offering it, I'll take it.
Bro,
but
you think about it, if Shorty like hits you up, all right? Follow me.
Anything.
If Shorty picks you, like offer to take you out, and she picks you up in like an Audi SQ8, I'm ordering surf and turf. Are you kidding me? I'm ordering surf and turf.
it's also being respectful of like their finances too. Like not everyone has it.
They showing off too much.
That's what I'm saying. Not everyone has it.
Yeah.
He said, but you showed up in an Audi. I'm taking advantage of that.
I'm leaving here with something.
So like when Fawn pulls up to the club in his car and he tries to reverse his truck and it does it itself. So is that like an indication for girls to have to pay?
I think it's different for guys. You know, like with guys, we have to have a little bit more
pizzazz.
Yeah, pizzazz. So, like
He
it's
said
hard.
ass.
No.
I thought that was the
Guys
girls'
are out
part.
here caked up.
Goodness.
No. I think like with guys, like because the competition is so fierce nowadays with dating.
I don't know. Who are y'all dating?
It's fierce in the sense that like every guy wants to show up and show out.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's
social media.
Yeah,
everyone just wants to practice.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, what are y'all's thoughts on if you were in a serious relationship and social media became an issue? What are y'all doing?
The social media,
dash it, man. It's off.
Yeah, it's done.
If it's in, and I guess it'll be an issue in different types of ways.
I was gonna say, like, what kind of issue?
So, like, obviously, it wouldn't be like if I couldn't trust someone, I wouldn't be with them in the first place.
Nah.
So, like, that's not it. It's just like if there was constantly something like girls constantly DMing them or like just disrespect, or like if I'm having to worry about something and like it's constantly annoying me and I say something. My thing is I communicate my feelings, but I'm respectful about it with emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
A lot of females and males don't know how to do that.
Right.
So if I say something that bothers me and you still don't give a shit and you're going to do exactly what you're doing beforehand, at that point, like I find it extremely disrespectful because I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Like if you tell me you don't like something, maybe I'll question why because I want to know why. Like, I mean, that's, what is it called? Like when we do like those communication classes and it tells you why, like my thing was due diligence. Like you constantly like drill down to find the answer on something.
Therapy?
So I know that I'm like that. No, it's not therapy. We do it through work. I need therapy. I need it, trust me. But it tells you like how to communicate with your coworkers and stuff. And so that explains me. And so I take it into my relationships because I could see how it, like me asking questions could feel like I'm like interrogating you. And I don't want it to feel like that. So it's me like, I'm not trying to interrogate you. I'm just like asking you a question.
Yeah.
And so it's just having that communication behind everything.
Yeah. For me, the DMing thing, it's like, it's not a problem. It's the DMing back. It's that's a problem.
Yeah. I don't even have my notifications on. So
yeah, because at what point because I mean, again, in a society of there's a lot of beautiful looking people out here. When
Yeah,
you
how
realize
beautiful
that
are
your
they?
shorty is
Beautiful enough to concern me if they DM me back. Yeah.
I know. I'm
that's
saying with
one
all
of
the filters and plastic shit people are putting in themselves
and
now.
I'm
I'm like,
heightened. I'm very high sensitivity to that, but there's still a lot of beautiful people. I
oh
can
yeah,
appreciate.
absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm high sensitivity to that. So yeah,
Yeah.
none of the lip fillers. Y'all can leave a like and shit, but that's it. No, but there are a lot of beautiful people. And talking to someone who's very pretty, you all for guys to an extent, you know that there's gonna be just waste man and like a lot of people in her DMs and stuff. So like I said, to his point, I can't really take too much to heart. Now, if you said something about it, excuse me, the question I was gonna ask was, what role does social media play for me? Because now, especially not in today's society, like that's a stream of income for some people.
Yeah,
like people's businesses and all types of things rely on their social media. So is it his private? Is it the main one? Are they both the same thing? And is that the reason why? Like,
well, I guess it would come up to like what you're posting too, because that would come down into respect. So it's like, what are you having people message you off of? So I don't know. I just feel like social media is like a blessing and a curse in multiple ways.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Definitely.
And like, and I feel like because I have like talked to someone that posts like provocative pictures, more so for the sake of like getting brand deals or getting sponsors than anything. And I know that's like because it's like a stream of income. I have no way to say unless I'm paying her bills. I don't feel like I have a right to like to speak it, like to step up and say something.
Is that something you were morally cool with though? Like, is that what you saw yourself?
I don't. It's not. At that point, it wasn't like up to. I feel like it wasn't up to me.
It's not. But is that someone you saw yourself like having kids with and like being married with? Like, someone that would post stuff like that.
Oh, I feel like
I don't know how provocative it was, but you know,
nothing past like
Bikini
bikini
pictures
pictures or like just like
I mean,
fucking
we all have those in the summer.
like booty on the fucking kitchen or not kitchen
Okay, we're not
on
doing
the bathroom sink shit.
That's a little too much.
That's a little too,
Cheeks on the,
we're not doing the cheeks.
But it's more, it's like if the conversation got to the point where like we were getting serious, I'd be like, hey, you mind stepping back just a little bit so that we can progress in our relationship.
But that's you communicating.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like people don't communicate though, or if you do communicate and they don't listen. Like
well,
at that point, is she listening to what you would have to say and like make a change? Like, do you mean enough to her for her to do that?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, we could all have a freaking OnlyFans, but you know, here we are.
That is very facts. I like that statement just because. Anyway, we don't have to get into the OnlyFans.
No, we don't.
But we could.
I'm just saying we all
just leave it
could.
in the statement that you made.
Yeah.
But another thing I was gonna mention was, I think to her point was also, was she doing that before?
I mean,
Does that matter?
My whole thing is unspoken expectation is the mother disappointment. So if I have expectation for her to do wifey things or like having more like reserve, like be more reserved with herself and be more conservative, if I don't communicate those things up front anyway, that's my fault at the end of the day. I'm feeling some type of way about it. If the conversation got to the point where we are talking about being more serious and looking into the future together, building something that's genuine, and I have the conversation with her and I get resistance or I get her, perspective of like, yo, like this is how I pay my bills. As much as I love you, you don't pay my bills yet. So until we get there, I have to keep doing what I do to support myself and whoever that I'm taking care of. So at the end of the day, it's a conversation that needs to be had, but it's a conversation that I don't have power of authority in speaking yet because I'm not paying her bills. Not taking care of her yet.
Well, plus if she was doing it in the beginning, you knew what you were getting yourself
Exactly.
into. So if it wasn't, and like you say, if it was something new, then it's like,
that's a slippery slope too. Because like I get attracted to the girl and then she just happened to be cool and like having like nice personality to where like I can see a future and then it progresses to something else. And that's where things get tricky.
Oh yeah.
Because it goes from like we're just fucking to like, do you want to?
Does your
finger feel empty?
Like, does your finger feel empty? It's crazy.
Feel a little lonely.
Wow. Didn't know it happens like that. But no, I get the point. Interesting. I would not. Simple answer. Yeah, if you're doing all the stuff online, and this gets a lot of backlash as well when usually guys say it is when you present yourself as like, I don't want to say a sex tool if you post a bikini picture, but if you do things that are very provocative like that, most guys are going to look at you in a very provocative kind of way. Yeah. I'm not going to want to wipe you up. compared to the other girl who's maybe dressed a little more modest. I mean, again, presentation is everything. A bikini picture or two is whatever. Right? But there's
encouraged.
But
we're
trying
to see what I'm working with.
Encouraged, so we can see everything.
Talking about.
Exactly, but
no, it is like you want to leave something to the imagination too, though.
Exactly.
Like
we all
so, like
understand.
for example, like whenever like my cousin and I, like when we go to like we're lake people all the time, so like we're always in bathing suits. But like when we post, it's never gonna be like an ass shot. Like it's just not gonna be.
You give side profile.
Ish. But you're not gonna see it from the back. It's just like it's just it's just too much.
I swear.
Yeah.
Swear.
Some guys will be like, that's not enough.
Some guys
and we don't need them.
Exactly.
So that's fine.
Period. Per.
I don't know what all that's about. But
he's so judgmental.
Period.
Man, it's so judgmental.
Like you start talking like your girl.
He is around me.
Too much.
You should have seen us in high school. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
We were goofy as fuck in high school. Some of the I look back like I scroll back to some of our Snapchats, like videos we took. I'm like, was that me?
Dang.
Have you seen my smile? I was like, I smiled so wide. That showed the pearly whites.
Good ass time.
Yeah. No, we used to have criminal justice.
Oh, with Mr. Williams.
Yeah, Mr. Williams.
Remember that one time that kid tried to fight in the class?
Bro,
were you in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Michael, I think his name was. I don't know. He was a football player, but like we were talking about something. He like stood up and was trying to confront me, and I was like, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna stand up." What are you gonna do?
Was it?
I don't remember what it was. It wasn't even about like the class. Like he just said something, and like,
I remember.
He popped what?
I remember. I think we had already graduated, right? And we came back.
No, we were in class.
Oh, we were.
Because Mr. Williams left to go get the vice principal down the hall because he doesn't get in between fights and stuff, even though it was like a woman, a male. But after class, he was like, "I knew you could have taken him if something happened, but I just can't get in the middle of him." And I was like, "Thanks." He's like a 300-pound, 6'3" football player. I don't think I'm taking that, but I appreciate it.
That's I don't remember. Maybe I wasn't there that day.
Yeah, it was not good. I was like screaming. They could hear me now.
Shannon ready to really?
Me in high school, very different from me now. Like,
I can attest.
In the best way. Like
I had always fighting?
Like no, it's not like she was always fighting, but like
I've never been in a fight. People
people start shit.
Yeah, people would always try and like.
What do you do? There's something.
I mean, it's hard to. It's okay. So it's hard to. It's hard to like. I almost say it's hard to be Shannon, but it's not. It's not hard to be Shannon.
Some days.
Yeah. Some days. Yeah.
Some days.
But so Shannon was dating like the star basketball player on the team. Okay. So like
a lot about this. Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of.
I need alcohol.
He's in the NBA now. But like a lot of the girls were like jealous and like they would always start shit with her. And
I thought you were starting shit with guys. That's what are you saying?
No.
Guys?
No, I was never like against men.
And guys would start shit with her because she rejects them.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
It was always my fault that I didn't want to be with him. And I was like, I'm being nice as possible. So then that's what made me not be nice.
Right.
And I was like, you guys did this. So,
So you're always fighting with all the other shorties. Crazy.
No, I don't even like, especially now. Someone starts something, I'm like, okay, cool. What else did you hear? I want to know what they said about me. What else did I do? Okay. I'm not going to change the narrative at this point. So
that's actually funny. That leans very hard on the next thing that I actually want to talk to you about before we get into the bold cards, which you guys should know and should be expecting. Have you ever been ghosted before? Or are you always doing the ghosting? It seems like you're always doing the ghosting.
She's always doing the
it seems like she's the ghoster, not the ghost.
She be ghosting me too, so it's not like
what?
Everybody can get
Don't act so surprised. Bro, we go like a year without talking sometimes.
Oh, I do not ghost you. Bullshit. You ghost me. I'm like telling him to come out somewhere and he's just like, I'm tired. So you ghost me. But no, I have never been ghosted by somebody. Okay. Have you?
Wow.
I have, yeah.
Must be nice.
Plenty of times.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think we've talked about this a little.
Not like
I also am very selective though with who I even reply to. So it's just kind of like my DMs, I won't even open them because I feel like it's rude to open them and leave them on red. Okay. So I'll just leave them there. And then they never know that I even saw them. So then it's just like...
If you delete it, doesn't it just...
I don't know.
No?
Honestly, I don't. I just leave. I don't have my notifications on anyway, so it won't alert me. So I just don't really...
The amount of times we're out at a bar or a club, and then I hear, oh, that's awkward. And I already know what the next thing's coming out of her mouth is. He was in my DMs. Oh, that's my ex. Oh, we used to talk.
Oh, that's awkward,
bro. That's awkward, bro. Every time I hear that, that's her coin phrase for like she saw somebody she either used to talk to, try to talk to her, or like stop talking to.
But like, you've been my like best friend for how long? Mm-hmm. How many times have you actually like seen me be excited about talking to somebody?
A few.
How many? Like on one hand?
It's less than 5.
My point. And we've been friends for over 10 years. Yeah. And like I just don't. If I tell him about somebody, then like
yeah, it's cool.
It's something.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Otherwise, I'm like,
Oklahoma's just too small for you. I think that's what it is.
You ever talk to someone outside of Oklahoma? No. Mm-hmm. You have. Okay.
And I could do like long distance as long as the communication is there. It always comes down to communication for me. Because I'm open about it. I used to not be. Like, I would expect someone to read my mind and get pissed off. Like Daquan. You brought up Daquan. Yeah. Him. Like, I felt so bad. Like, I look back to my high school days, and I'm like, I was not a good... Like, I was a good girlfriend, but, like, I also didn't communicate the way I needed to for him to understand what I was even asking. And so, but, like, that's just maturity. You grow.
I feel like it's just like, because I feel like a part of that was just because Daquan is like a reserved person himself. Like he keeps to himself a lot.
Yeah. But I always respected that about him because he was quiet.
Right. And like drama free, quiet. So like it'll rub off on you. You're with somebody for that long. Like you pick up those tendencies and like you're like, oh, if he's not communicating, why am I communicating?
Yeah.
So like it turns into like, again, what I said earlier, like unspoken, expectations.
Yeah, there was plenty of those moments.
Yeah, I remember one time. Yeah, I remember plenty of tears. You know.
Plenty of
Who's
tears.
he play for now?
Crimea River.
I think New York Knicks.
Okay. Yeah, Daquan was cool though. I like Daquan a lot.
Okay, so we're giving a shout out to the man. I was about to say, talking a lot.
Bro, sorry, my bad.
Oh no, he's a nice guy.
Fair enough. So you haven't been ghosted. There's not that there's a next question, but I just wanted to ask, if you haven't been ghosted, how do you handle rejection in that sense? Have you ever been rejected then? Because ghosted, of course, is when you guys have kind of like gotten to the space where you've mingled, you've talked, and then do just kind of out of nowhere is like, you know what? I don't feel like talking to her anymore, and leaving things on red. But have you ever face value gotten rejected before?
Not like a rejection, no.
Okay.
It was like an older guy, and I'm just like, I think that was the only time. Was this other guy I was talking to? He was just a little bit older, and I didn't know his age at the time because he looked very young, like took care of himself and everything. Nice. And we talked about age, and I was like, and it was kind of more mutual. I was like, yeah, I need to be like married with kids, and like you're already there. So, but other than that, I mean, like not really, no. Because if I just, like I told you, I'm very selective with who I even speak to in the first place, and I'm someone who could never do online dating ever. I have to be someone that sees someone interacting with like either their friends or their family. Like, how do you present yourself? Because you can say whatever you want to online. Like, it's just like entering in someone's DMs. It's the same damn thing. Like, you're going to say whatever you can to get their attention. Go out on dates and like people saying they're 6'5" and they show up and they're like 5'10". And it's like, what the fuck? I'm taller than you. So that's never happened to me.
You got to round up though. You got to round a little bit.
I know everyone's like, what? I'm telling you, I've heard stories. That's why I could never do it.
How the fuck do you lie about that?
Why? You're 5'10". Why are you lying about being 6'5"? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. I heard like 3 stories this past week that like they've gone on dates and just straight up the height was the one thing that they lied about by inches, and inches matter.
Dang, inches matters.
You heard it here. Not first either.
Inches matters.
Inches matters crazy.
I'm just saying though, like, don't lie. So it's just like, I don't know. But that's why I would have to meed someone at the bar. Damn. Like, I need to see how you are, how you present yourself.
Lying about being 6'5".
Don't wear makeup.
Come on, guys.
Shit.
Don't wear makeup. I never really wear makeup these days.
That's an argument.
Are you calling me an ogre?
Huh?
The silence was loud right there. It was silent for like half a second.
I felt it.
Try to buy myself more time with that.
He's also seen me where I do look homeless sometimes, so it's fine.
Sometimes we'll go out to a club, and there's like, a club has like dress code, and then I'll come over. She's like, I'm just gonna wear hoodie and sweats.
Oh, it must be nice.
And then we'll still skip the lines.
We'll skip the lines.
We'll still not pay the cover.
How is that, Shannon? Tell us what it feels like. Pretty girl out Nightlife.
Oh, here we go.
What's that situation looking like?
I just have friends who work there. Like, I genuinely am like cool with them. I do care about them, so it's not like I would ever use them for that kind of thing. So it's just like, if I want to go out, which isn't very like when was the last time we even went out? It's been like 2 months because I've just been gone so much that. And then there was a point where I didn't go out for like a year, so I hadn't really talked to any of them. So when I did go out, it's just like kind of rekindling those friendships. But at the same time, I'm moving away towards. Moving away from that just stuff, because it's just, for one, not safe. Like, every time downtown there's always a shooting or a stabbing, and like thankfully like I do get in and out. Like, if I get in there and I'm like, I'm just not feeling it, I'll leave like 10 minutes later, and like I'm fine with that. But as far as like skipping the line and everything, like everyone always just always makes fun of me. Like, if we're going with Shannon, I'm going.
Bro, he does say it
all the time.
A few times, like, yo, we're going out if you want to come, it'll be chill. But I'm like,
yeah, nah.
Oh, so you're the one.
I'm like, I don't want to hang out with Shannon.
I know.
That's okay. You're going by yourself.
You're just like, she's gonna show me up around LAC, and he's just not gonna want to be my friend anymore. So.
Oh, that's cute.
No. It's like, yo, like once you experience that,
how the fuck experience hot girl life,
bro?
Man said experience.
I'm standing like one time I went out. Like, I think we went out 2 weeks consecutively. Or 2 or 3 weeks consecutively.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because she'd be fucking guilt tripping me. Can you come out with me? Like, no one's saying, like, I don't want to go by myself.
Bullshit.
I have the text. I will pull it up. Yo, you won't make me go by myself?
I'm like, yeah, because they're like, where are you at? I haven't gone. I have like 4 people that are working down there. They're like, where are you? I haven't seen you in like 2 months. And I'm like, well, I don't know. And then Ricky's always like, do you want to go? And then like, it's always her boyfriend and all the friends. And I'm like, do you want to go with me with them? Like, with them?
No. Like, one time we went out like 2 or 3 weeks consecutively, and then like I had to be out for something, and they were like, "Oh, let's go to this like club or bar." But I'm standing in line. I'm like, "This is dumb as fuck." I'm standing in line waiting to give someone $20 to get into a club. Dang. Like, where's Shannon at, bro?
I was gonna say, when was this? I was not there.
After that, I was like, I'm not going out no more. Unless it's
there.
Shannon. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm glad I can be of service.
Life changing you, man. That's crazy.
Bro, it's like getting it's like paying for YouTube Premium, not watching any ads, and
then going back to
watching.
I cannot.
You're not doing it. Except that sounds like a brat.
You do.
You're
entitled.
No, that's a real thing. I don't know how people out there watching YouTube with that. I cannot.
No.
It is insane.
My attention span with TV is bad.
Thank you. My attention span with motion is bad.
Yeah, that's just ADHD.
I definitely had ADHD now.
Yeah,
I never really realized I had it until like the last 2 years, and I'm like, oh man, it's bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
That's actually funny. But that being said, we've had a lot of steamrolls into the next segment today. But it's a segment that you guys should be expecting. We're going to do the bold cards, which we haven't pulled out, but we will. Toast, you want to give us the breakdown?
Yeah. So some of you already know. Some of you already been here long enough to know. Yeah, you should know by now. But I'm gonna break it down anyway, just because we know with having Shannon on, we're gonna attract a lot of new viewers.
Oh my God,
watchers, listeners.
I should have not.
Anyways, but the bold cards is a segment we've been doing for a few months now, for a while, and it's something that we have a lot of fun doing. So the segment comes with 3 categories: perception, reflection, connection. Typically, we only do perception and reflection, but recently we've been doing more connection cards as well, and it basically gives us a little bit more insights to each other's perspectives, and it just adds another layer to the conversation. So, with that being said, Shannon's gonna read off the reflection card.
Okay. Would you rather
perception? Sorry.
Oh, right. What?
Yeah, perception card. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Would you rather receive acts of gifts or service?
Is there 2 questions?
Wait. Receive acts of service or gifts. I'm sorry. Did I read that wrong?
You're fine.
I don't know. We don't look at the
We're
questions.
going to reread that. Can you delete that?
Yeah. We can run it back. We're going to keep it in there. And she's still going to reread it.
Would you rather receive acts of service or gifts?
Wow, it looked like a lot of. It was like
there's more down here. Do you want me to read all of that?
Yeah. 2
I
questions,
think it's
right?
2 separate ones.
Yeah. So usually it's one or usually
so
one or
ask
2
both
questions.
of them right now.
Damn. I thought we got the programming down.
Did I talk about me asking questions? This is what I mean. Would you rather receive words of affirmation or physical touch?
You already read it anyway, so we're gonna run with it.
My first one. Let's see. Receive acts of service or gifts. Acts of service, 100%. I don't want to have to ask for you to do the dishes. Just do them. If you give me a gift, that's sweet and all, but like, just do something sweet. And then you guys have to answer.
I like how she. That's the ADHD.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what HD is. I got 80 of them. Shit.
Oh shit.
We'll start with fun.
Okay, thank you.
Acts of service or gifts?
Thank you. She's read it like 5 times by now.
I feel like I'm on a game show.
Yeah.
I like service. Gifts. Actually, no. I might do gifts if it's just because I think I'm someone who is surprisingly not hard to get gifts for. I don't think. Just because I'm very open. Oh, yeah, tears coming out my eyes, man. You're killing me. Just because I think at least that I'm pretty direct with what like I like in life. Like there aren't that many things. It's fucking like anime, video games, and cars. It's not that bad, but you'd be surprised. Like I don't think I've really. And of course, this is coming from mostly like my partner and stuff. Like I've not really gotten too many gifts of things that I like genuinely like. My family gets me stuff. So yeah, mostly like from my partner. So I feel like it'll be a great feeling, I think. To like I imagine that people, because I love giving gifts. I love giving gifts to people and how it makes me feel giving them something that I know they would like and then they like it.
I'm the same
I'm
way.
like, damn, that must be a good feeling.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they go hand in hand though.
Yeah,
Like when I think of acts of service, I feel like it can be something that's $5, but like it's still like you're an action that you're doing because you know that's gonna make me happy, if that makes sense. But like it doesn't always have to cost money.
Yeah.
So, but it's hard. Like those
that.
two kind of
are separated. Like something easy example is like when this dude got me a Formula One hoodie. It literally was just a black sweater, but it said F1, and I was going crazy because I was very much like into that shit, especially at the time, and I was just like, oh fuck, this is so cool. So I've been waiting for the weather to get cold just so I can wear it. But it's little stuff like that don't happen often that I'm like, damn, if I just randomly get, I don't know, I'm not gonna put it out there so people know sending me like random shit.
I know. I will say though, like as a dude's tip for women, little things like that are like it will completely change the way she thinks about you. Like if you send, like, I don't know, my ex-boyfriend, whenever I would be at work, like he would send flowers to the office and like little things like that. It doesn't even have to be like expensive ones. You use like Uber
flowers
or the, what's it called? Uber, DoorDash or whatever, and like they bring it to you and like you can get some from Walgreens for like $10. It's like little things like that, or like just, I don't know, if you know I like coffee, have Starbucks delivered, or just, you know, little things like that. It's just the fact that we know that you're thinking about us that just make us, like, girls are emotional, so we just like, oh, he's thinking about me. Yeah. Even me, I do that shit, and I just don't admit it.
I feel like that's the thing. Like girls overthink whether or not like the guy is actually thinking about them.
We do, because it's trust issues like all over the place these days.
That's just sounds like you got issues.
I do.
Anyways, like female spokesperson today. So
no, I'm playing. No, that's fair. I feel like that's very fair. Like especially like I feel like when you have a partner that knows your like the ins and outs of your personality, like knows what you like and don't like, and I think the timing of the gifts too or acts of service, it matters a lot too. You know, like if like your example of flowers and coffee, if you know if it's like a regular thing, then it might be whatever. But like if you're having a especially bad day,
exactly,
and it shows up. It hits you way harder, and like you appreciate that moment a lot more.
Exactly.
So timing is everything too.
Yeah, because like flowers, I don't expect them all the time. But like if you knew that I was having a bad day, or if you knew it was gonna be a tough day, and you did something like that, it was just the fact that you put the time in for it. Right. So
I love giving food when it's like I know you're going like you're like, damn, I don't know what to eat today, but I'm about to go. They're like, anyway, okay, I'm about to go work out and do this. I'm like, okay, bet. Now I can just, that one's easy because I'm just like, all right, but I can just think of something that anybody would like eating. And then by the time you're done with the gyms, like you're heading home, the food gets there.
Where do they make? I don't get this shit. Oh. Okay.
Wow. Wow. I basically did the same thing you said. And then you got the credit. Oh.
I'm writing down notes. Wow. He was just the fact that he brought in food. It's food. You know me. That's when I was like, oh, he's talking about food. Okay.
He said the same.
He said I'm taking notes.
Got it. No.
When he brought food in. Anywho, we're going to go on to the next. Okay. Would you rather receive words of affirmation or physical touch?
I didn't.
You just did.
I didn't even answer the first one.
Didn't you just say you said the same thing?
He did say
Did he just say that? He answered it.
He did, but he didn't.
No, I didn't say like gifts
or
for me.
One he likes for himself,
me.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
You have the floor.
If I may.
It's your podcast.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dying, hot. Yeah.
It is getting hot.
I think I don't want to care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck the gifts. Fuck the act of service. Do what the fuck you want to do. Next question. I don't care no more, man.
Honestly, though, all the love languages, just give them all to me. Like, I don't want to pick them. Just give them all.
Saying, like all jokes aside, I'm not trying to be greedy, but it's like I think it's gonna. I don't always want gifts, and I don't always care for active service. Not care. It's not. I don't always want those things. Like it. Something an example I'll use is like when I had an ex that always filled my water bottle, like, or fills up my water whenever she comes over, and like right before she leaves she fills it up. It's like little things like that like it saves me. It doesn't save me that much of time, but it doesn't do a lot. Like it doesn't. It's not that impactful in my life, but it's like a big reminder that someone cares about me on that level.
It's always the little things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Always the little things.
Right.
And that's what people always overlook when we get older.
Yeah.
Or I feel like you start to realize it when you get older, but you don't put as much effort into it.
Right.
And the more that you do put the effort in, you start to like realize how much it actually means.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like because I care, I don't care about materialistic things like that, but I think I just have like elevated, I'm not going to even say expensive taste. I just have elevated taste. So I feel bad when people give me gifts that like are exactly what I want, because like usually those things are costing a little bit more.
Yeah. See, I'm good with the Starbucks coffee. You know, it's $5, but you know, he's bougie, so it's fine.
I thought you liked the food.
Starbucks.
Hey, when I drink coffee, I don't get hungry, and then I'm not gaining weight.
So I'm sending you. I'm sending you Starbucks, and he's sending you the food. Oh, okay. You got it worked out.
I'll take both.
You got it worked out. Yeah.
Hey, you're not having to share them. Just split it.
Yeah, greedy ass.
Okay, then what would you do for either words of affirmation or physical touch?
You can go first.
Both. I need you to tell me how you.
While you touching me.
I used to not be a touchy person. I'm still not. Like, unless I'm dating you or I like you, I'm not a touchy person. Unless it's like my family, I'll give them hugs and stuff. But other than that, like, you'll literally see me like freeze when someone comes up to touch me, because I don't like being touched. Like, if I go out to the bar or whatever, I am like, you can ask. Like, I literally just like get away from me. But words of affirmation from like a partner, just it's not even. It doesn't have to be over the top. It's just like recognizing like what you either did, whether it was, you know, whatever you did for them, or, you know, if they're doing a good job at work, or, you know, whatever it is. But it's just like hearing those words from your partner means more than hearing them from anyone else.
Right.
So.
No, I agree.
Both.
Yeah. I would
all
agree.
4 of the, you know.
Again, she said it. Give her all the fucking love languages. Huh, that's interesting. I would say I've had a bad experience with the words of affirmation. So for me, it's not a red flag. I was going to say for me that's a red flag. It's not a red flag, but it reminded me of how the love languages in general can be abused, which is why I think whenever we had the polls and stuff, I was like, do you feel like they're necessary or like we can live without them? It just reminded me like they can be abused, and when they are, I'm just like, oh, okay, we're using this as an excuse to get too far. The example was like she needed like so much affirmation to where when she didn't get it, she would tell me things just to hear a certain type of response.
So she was insecure.
I guess you could say so. Like,
if girls are like that though,
insecure.
If they want like constant like
affirmation.
Yeah, like if they're wanting to constantly be told like either they're beautiful or like you love them or whatever it is. What I don't know how like extensive it was, but if it was like you're constantly having to tell them like you're proud of them, so I don't know.
Like, or like reassure them like
there's
I'm not talking to anyone but you. I'm not.
If I'm having to constantly reassure you that I'm not speaking to somebody else, that's the first thing that's gonna piss me off, because I told you I'm not, and if the fact that you keep questioning me, I'm like I'm already an honest person, and now you're questioning my like honesty with you. I'm gonna get annoyed.
And that's fair. And I guess to her grace, it wasn't that surface level. It was deeper in terms of like self-accomplishments and like almost worth in a way.
Yeah.
Just like,
okay.
I get that. I mean, we all go through that.
And we do go through that. And I think that's fine too.
Yeah.
But what got me was, and I got told this just at hand, was, oh, the reason, because she would tell me, there would be times where she would just randomly tell me like nice things, paragraph of whatever. I'm at the hospital all fucking day and getting home, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, this is amazing to receive. It'll be a short one-liner. I don't like texting long things. I don't like reading long things. It'll be something short, granted. It'll be something short if it's like she's telling me all these things and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Boom. And like nothing else. It's like, okay, she actually told me, she was like, yeah, so the reason I told you this was because I wanted to hear something like, hey, well, something in almost of equal value. And I'm like, well, then that kind of defeats that makes me feel like, well, you didn't really mean it if you're just saying it because you wanted to hear something in particular. Because I told you, thank you, I appreciate you and everything. But you wanted to hear an extensive version of that, which I just, in the moment at that time, I've done before, but in the moment and at that time, I didn't feel like I needed to do. One, because I was tired, most likely. But two, just because I was like, I was giving you what I genuinely felt. And it wasn't enough in that sense. So I was just like, getting that reminder and then having like certain other things pop up, I was like, yo. And then having it be, and then the cover for that was the fact that my love language is words of affirmation. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah. Now you feel like she's manipulating you into manipulating her own feelings.
In a way, yeah. So
nah, I feel like that's a slippery slope, and having an insecure partner is probably the root cause of a lot of issues when it comes to communication. Like especially when you're trying to clearly communicate that like what Shannon said, like if I have to tell you multiple times, like constantly reassure you that I'm not talking to anyone but you, and we've been dating for however long, like long enough to where you know my whole schedule, you know where I'm at this time down to the minute, and you're still questioning my loyalty and my ability to love you and to only have the energy for you. That it's like a disrespect. I would take it as disrespect. I can't, because at that point you're disregarding my words. My words are falling on deaf ears, and you're supposed to be my best friend, my partner, who takes everything I say, almost everything I say, to heart, because that's the trust we have.
Yeah, but what was I about to say? You said something about. Oh shit! What did you just say about the girl?
Hey, it's happening to her too.
It is. I was like, oh.
About like you have to constantly reassure someone.
Oh, when someone has to constantly, whenever you're constantly questioning me, like if I'm talking to somebody else, I know damn well you already are, because you're constantly questioning me because you're doing something sketchy, and in my heart, like I always trust my gut feeling, and I can say like one time I was probably wrong because I can just know whenever someone's trying to play a game or trying to like blame something on me because they're doing it and trying to make me seem like I'm the crazy one because I'm starting to realize something. Immediately that's when I step back and I look at everything, and I'm, I don't question or do all those, like feel like they're in interrogation, but I'm like, okay, this isn't adding up, or this isn't adding up, because like I am not like I wouldn't say I'm a super trusting person. Like once you have it, I'm fine, but I will definitely be someone that I'm laid back, so I don't want to question you all the time, and I don't want you to give me a reason to, but as soon as you do, now I'm going to investigate your ass.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. Whenever that was happening to me, like first relationship, I was like, it didn't, I think the obsession from what I'm doing all the time and who I'm spending my time with and all the females that I'm around, it didn't immediately occur to me that she might have been actually doing essentially the things that she was fearing and worrying about, even though it's something that I think of now. But at the time, I don't know why, but I just never, I think there's a point to where that obsession like becomes genuine, to where I think she really was just paranoid about me talking to somebody. And I was just like, well, in this case, too, words of affirmation.
I guess it depends on like when that happens in your relationship. Because in the beginning, that's what I'm talking about, like for me. Okay. But if it's like someone you're together with and they're starting to do that, especially a woman, and they do have insecurities, so they're constantly asking you, I don't feel like women cheat as fast as men do.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
Like, I've never cheated in my life. They try and
we both went,
emotionally stable women, like mature women anyway.
I can say the same thing. Emotionally stable men don't cheat.
But like for me, for example, like I can only talk for me. I don't know about everybody else, but like I have never cheated in my life, but I've always been very honest about what I expect from someone. If you're not going to give it, then like we're done.
Yeah.
And so whatever I do after that has nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like I am someone who will give multiple chances, not in the way of like, if you ever like fucked up that bad, like you're done. But if you like, everyone makes mistakes. It's just like, what are you going to do to change that to move forward? I'll give you a chance. And if you continue to still be this, then I don't want to be with that. Like you're not changing for the better, and I'm not going to wait around for that.
Okay. I think I can appreciate that,
Yeah,
especially from a female perspective.
Like, would it impact your ability to trust them in the future though? Because they have the ability to do this, to step out on you.
No, I would never date someone again that they cheated on me.
Okay,
No,
okay.
never. It was more of like if you made mistakes and like I don't know, if we were like arguing about something and you weren't listening, like if I'm communicating things multiple times, like that's what I mean. Like I'm giving you another chance to like try and figure this out because maybe you didn't hear me the first time. But as far as cheating goes, as soon as you do that, I'm done. Because you chose to go out and be with somebody else instead of communicating with me. And I'm someone who listens. And so it's just like you chose to do that. You knew it was going to hurt me and you did it anyway. So I'm done. So that's my view on cheating. Because I've never done it to someone because I know it's not going to happen.
Women don't cheat as fast as men do?
In at least my friends,
That's a
because
pull.
they do, like
That
they
sounds like a
try,
pull.
like my
Sounds
best
like
friends and
a-
I are very similar. Like we do,
have to
like we're
find
very
out.
supportive, independent. Like when you have an
Yeah.
independent girl and they
Yeah.
love you and they're doing all these things for you, you fuck up if you go and you're with someone else because like those girls will do anything for you. They're not asking much. They may be high maintenance, but they're covering it themselves. Like for me, I like my hair's nail, all that kind of stuff done, but I'm going to do it myself. I don't ever ask you for anything.
Yeah.
I do it because I want to do it. Yeah, you probably like the benefits of having someone that looks
Pretty all the time, yeah.
like done, but
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair. I would
like how you
say
guys look at each other to like, is that right? Is she making sense right now?
that bitch violent.
Is that she making sense?
Yeah, she cooked.
Gotta
Yeah,
clock it a little bit.
no. But I mean, I think I don't want to generalize too much and say like guys don't cheat or as quick as women do or whatever it may be. I think it's gonna come down to the situation and their experience in it because like I would think hopefully that a guy not hopefully I would think that a guy that's been with many girls would be more likely to cheat on their current girl because like they crave that attention from like multiple different women and and they're more likely to go step out. And I think that same argument can be made for the girl side as well. A girl that's have had to constantly break bonds with guys that they develop with or like hooked up with or wherever. It goes against almost every like natural instinct you got because like because like for a woman like biologically speaking, I feel like it makes more sense for you to stick to one partner to have your offspring, have your partner help you raise your offspring, and then whatever case may be. And on the other side of that, like guys, it's like you want on the one end you want your offspring to like grow up and succeed and pass along your genes, but like you also want to be with multiple women. And I'm not saying that's the case for me, but I'm saying like that's how some guys out here think, and
Because they're thinking with their dick.
yeah, and like and it rubs off on the female population because like they hear that like, oh, that's what guys want to do, then why can't we do it? And it's that mentality of like, oh, if two can play that game, that like has us all so fucked up right now. Like,
Yeah,
and you playing
I would.
That's a
but
two-player
I
game.
would-
Like, oh, you want to do it? I'll pay it better.
yeah, exactly.
I don't really disagree with the part that you said guys do it because if they've been with multiple women, then they would do it because they've fancy that attention from women. A lot of guys don't fancy the attention. The guys that can do that are usually getting the attention anyways. And the funniest thing is the guys that do that and they're getting the attention, pick and choose the prettiest girl, they'll sleep with them or whatever, and they don't want their attention anymore. It's like after
Because you already gave it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like what else is he doing to your attention? He wants your attention gone as fast as he can so that he can talk to the next shorty that's pretty, that's like coming up to him because he's already in that space where he has the ability to sleep with multiple women. I think the guys that like attention from women are more than likely going to appreciate attention from one female than like 15 females. Like,
Well,
they
you want
wouldn't
someone that's
that
going to
attention.
chase you a little bit too. Or like that you have to chase. Sorry,
Yeah, that you have to chase.
Yeah. So like, especially if it's someone that's good looking and they're used to all this attention, like if
Yeah.
you're not giving it to them, but you look at them, I don't like it. So it's just like, if you're making them chase you a little bit, like, this isn't normal for me. Like, I got to find out why they're not like everybody else. Like, why aren't they
Exactly.
giving it to me? So, yeah,
That's the one
unfortunately,
that
that's the
they're
toxicity in
going
this
Yeah.
day and age.
Yeah, I think I was speaking more from the perspective of like me. I naturally don't attract like women like that, so I have to put in the effort to chase. And like,
Stop
and
playing
when
games, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop playing
no,
games
wait.
out here.
So like after a while, I get used to the feeling of like if I'm not chasing, I'm not doing something right. If like if it gets to the point where like I somehow got myself to be attracted enough to like attract female attention without me putting the effort, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel genuine anymore because it feels like it feels like they want me for something that's not
something else.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah.
So that's a toxic cycle too. But again, therapy.
Okay.
I'm telling you, sign me up.
I need to get Kayla back on here. Shout out to Kayla.
Yo, for real.
But yeah, so that's cool. Give us the next cards.
Okay.
That was a nice one.
Oh, would you rather be the hottest or most intelligent person in the room? Would you rather give pleasure or receive it?
Or receive.
You know what's crazy?
Or
Would
receive.
you rather give pleasure or receive it?
The last card didn't answer the last question.
Yeah.
But we
You
move
know,
on. We move on.
We just kind of gave up on you on this episode.
I know.
Well, I don't even know what we were even talking about.
Yeah. when I
We
edit
went
this
on a
up,
tangent.
You veered off.
when I edit this up, I'm gonna zoom into just y'all two, and I'll periodically bring it over here.
He said
Bullshit.
periodically. You did veer off that last one. It was physical
Well,
touch or affirmation.
Yeah.
No, let's go.
Which one do you want? Or do you like both?
Actually, I never answered it. I just said I don't like.
No, you said you don't like
affirmation.
affirmations.
Well, I guess at least
Are you a physical touch
fair enough,
person?
I am.
Physical touch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
You're
it.
men, so yeah.
Nah, because women lie. Like women lie to me. Like because
with
like
words of affirmation, you mean? Or
yeah,
with-
because
they would just
girls are
say
very
shit.
good.
Oh,
Girls
we're
are very
manipulative. We can be for sure.
Yeah.
But so can
Just
y'all.
say
I'm just a
shit.
Scorpio, so it's just natural.
Scorpio gang.
I know.
okay.
I've been yeah, but it's more like
say it behind
I
me.
trust somebody's action more than their words. Like because I've heard a lot of things
Yeah.
that makes me feel good, but like it doesn't translate to a higher development in the relationship. So it doesn't matter to me.
What effort are you putting in?
Right.
Like,
Other
that's
than
for
like
me.
just telling me sweet nothings.
Sweet nothings.
Sweet
I like that,
nothings.
actually.
Okay. Well, then we'll start with you. Would you rather be the hottest?
Okay.
Thank you. I finally got my ticket. Yeah. Camera zoom back over here. Yeah.
Would you rather be the hottest or most intelligent person in the room?
Most intelligent. That's a simple one. Because like I feel like being I've met some pretty women that open their mouth and I'm like,
not pretty anymore.
you are ugly on the inside. You are terrible.
It's because they let their looks get them through life.
Yeah, right.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
tragic.
But like for me, I like being like I want to have applicable intelligence, not just like intelligence I'm just speaking
I was
about.
gonna
Yeah.
talk on that, but yeah.
Yeah, but like it's more like intelligence that's helpful and that could be measured through actions rather than and not just like explanation of something. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that answer. Yeah, I would like to say just I would like to say just intelligence. Being the best looking in the room kind of
It's like, can we have both?
Yeah.
Or just like a mix of the two?
Yeah. Give me a
half
good
of the
balance.
time, like you said with the pretty women, half of the time the intelligence
Or men.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Or guys.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of dumbass fucking guys out there
That are good
and
looking.
They're still pulling all the shorties
Yeah.
because they're not saying anything, but they don't need to say anything. Not that that matters to me. I definitely want the intelligence, but for me it has to
Mr.
be
Doctor,
applicable.
you know. It's fine.
Okay, well, I've got to put myself in the boat already, but like, just because I do value like applicable intelligence, I don't. What's funny is that I don't like what it says as far as like being the most intelligent, because I'm not always aspiring to be the most intelligent, nor have I ever really been the most intelligent person in the room. I feel like I feel like there's people that have that ability without even trying. Like for me, it's my brother and Lack as well. Like I always tell them like they're so knowledgeable about like everything.
It's annoying.
And I'm just like, bro, I don't have that, and I'm not gonna
So
sit
smart.
Like I'm not gonna sit there in my room at night, like researching all
Yeah,
this shit
no.
and googling all this shit just to know half of the shit that they know. So like
No.
I'm never going to get that, which is why I was like, yeah, the looks, if it's either that or the looks, give me the looks, because I'm not researching to know the history of fucking Slovakia because this and this. I'm like, bro, but you ask them that kind of stuff and they're just like,
They know
it. And that's how you also get, whenever you are in a room full of a mix of intelligent and pretty people, like that's how you get to like conversate and feel the room for more of like everybody. You get more bang for your buck.
I tell myself too, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room.
Facts.
Because I always want to learn more, and
That's
I always
what I
want
was about to say.
I always want to.
Because you're never gonna be the smartest person.
And I
so
don't
like
wanna
even
be.
when we go on conferences and stuff, like I'm not gonna be the smartest person, but like I at least want to learn. So like I'm gonna go in the room with the doctors and learn what they're talking about. So it's just like, I don't know, like the fact of that you're wanting to learn more, and you could be the best looking person in the room, but the fact that you're willing to learn, that's the person I would go after, not someone who's either the most intelligent or the best looking. Like a little bit of a mix would be great.
Yeah.
So for you, it's a mix, or what's your actual answer?
Intelligence for sure. I mean, looks fade, so it's what's on the inside that counts.
Shit,
yeah, being the best.
How you treat people, the intelligence behind it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be the best looking in the fucking nursing home. It's like, I'm not gonna do much. Shit.
It will when they can't
Those
remember.
wheelchairs are gonna be a rough time. You know?
That's what I'm saying. No, that's
mimosas in the back room though.
I like the answer, or I like the answer and the questions. Yeah, just because like I feel like we in today's society we value appearance so much more than intelligence.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because everyone's trying to look like I was saying. BBLs.
Jeez.
I can't even ask you how many, or tell you how many times people have asked if I've had one. I'm like, my legs match. Thank you very much.
My legs match. That's
Thank you.
A fact statement. It's like why some of these, I don't know what's going on. Like your legs don't look like the rest.
I
of your
know
body.
you just see like the skinny poles and then boom,
like,
and you're like, oh.
It's weird.
And then you look bad. Like if they catch you staring, they think you're staring because it looks good, and you're just trying to figure out what the fuck is even going on.
It doesn't
I'm
look
like,
right.
whoa.
It doesn't look right.
Bad.
Jeez.
You should just come to my gym. You'll see lots of them.
And
they're like barely wearing any clothes. But okay, the second part was: would you rather give pleasure or receive it?
I think it has to be a give and take. I feel like you can't just have all the pleasure and you can't just give it all the time. Like, I think when you say give pleasure and take like and or take it, like I think there are different senses to that too. Like in the bedroom, or like are we talking about like just the pleasure of just like quality time with somebody, like creating a nice date for somebody. Let's keep it hot, and no, let's keep it hot. We'll just keep it to the bedroom. I feel like I enjoy making my partner feel good. So I enjoy giving pleasure more, because at the end of the day, the pleasure for guys, it's like a moment. It's like a moment. The main pleasure it's like a moment, but the rest of it is knowing that like you're pleasing your woman, you're doing
no,
you're not the only one. Yeah, shut up. Man, try to take credit again, bro. He said, I thought it was just me. I thought it was no, but it's like I think that's the beauty of like sticking to one partner and learning everything about them, and not just like bouncing around from like partner to partner. Is like you get to know what your woman likes and don't like, and you can like and that's one of the most telepathic thing you can have with your partner. It's like learning how their body works, and like learning how their mind works, and like just reading off body language, and like you're never going to feel more connected to your partner.
No, you're going to crave it all the time because they know. It's just that's the thing. Like you have to learn your partner, because I mean,
right,
sleeping around, no.
It's not fun for
one
me.
Person.
Yeah,
no.
It's not fun. Like,
well, for one, this day and age, Lord knows what you're gonna get. Exactly. So it's just like you better just pick one.
Shit, your doctor gonna know what you got.
Yeah. You were getting tested before anything. But
okay, fair. No, I would agree 100%. For me, it's quite literally, if not 99.9, it's 100% giving pleasure. So much that I guess I haven't reflected on it, but I have told myself, especially in the moment whenever I have that conversation with like whoever I'm involved with, and they ask me like, okay, what is it that you like as far as receiving pleasure? And I'm like, honestly, there's a mix of things that turn me on, but it's not, none of it compares to like the pleasure of giving, actually.
Yeah. Like
genuinely the pleasure of giving is like what really gets me going as far as I'm concerned. And again, I always told myself, I was like, But the funniest thing is like I'm always like, what's wrong with me? Like why the fuck
That's a good thing though.
I'm
Like,
why can I not think about like what it is? I'm like, I genuinely think about it every time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking think about this later. I mean, I never think about it later because when you're not in the act, I'm not just gonna fucking sit there thinking about like shit, what gets me going. But yeah, for me, it's definitely giving pleasure, or giving, and kind of just ends there, honestly.
yeah. As far as guys though, like the fact that you guys have that mentality, just you're like real men, because like if you give it to your girl, they're gonna turn around and give you 10 times as much. So and that goes with like anything.
Yeah.
So
It keeps everything fun. It keeps like it opens up like I feel like maybe just like the long-term partners I've had, they've typically been more reserved and like with themselves
So
with previous partners. Yeah. Okay. The more that you're willing, like the more like they, no pun intended, like open up like to like different ideas. Like it makes it more fun in general because at the end of the day it's a two's playing that game.
Yeah, two's actually playing.
yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. And for the female perspective,
Well, I mean I agree. Same thing though. It's like when you give, because when you give, I don't know, how do I explain this as like a girl's side? I feel like if I'm going to give it, then it needs to be given in a way of like, not all the time. I mean, I don't know. It just depends on the situation. I don't know. Okay. I agree what you're saying though. Like, as far as like dudes, when you guys are like, I want to give the pleasure to a woman, the woman, like we see that. And like, it makes us want to like turn around and turn into animals. Because like we know that's how you're treating us.
That's a crazy.
Make sure want to go feral.
We go feral. So, but also depends on who you're with and how well you know that person too. So it's just like how like close are you guys? Where is the chemistry at? Like what's going on? For me, I kind of want hand where that's been done. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the question I was going to ask around that. I feel like I already know the answer to this question, but this is what came to my head was. For you, and I'm going to like just try and say for most females, if you can give a perspective, how off-putting is it to have to initiate like all the night activities and stuff? Because I know that's kind of been like something that's been mentioned and like said that just in society where it's like, yeah, women, they could want it bad.
Yeah.
She want me. She want me. She want me.
But they're never like there for initiating, and if they do, like they don't want it to be more than once or twice, and then they're kind of done with it.
Once or twice, like a day or
no, once or twice as far as them being the ones to initiate it. Like they might want it all the time, but like they want you to know that they want it, and they want you to move and do all the things, right? So for you, what is the point to where like you're not like initiating more, you're done with it?
For me, if I ask you once and you tell me like you kind of push me off, I'm not asking again because I already asked you.
Yeah.
Just that day. Okay. Like, are you asking like in the same day that they've like?
That's like in the same time, maybe in like a time frame of like a month.
Yeah. My ex-boyfriend would be like that. He would like, if I'm getting asked and I'm just not in the mood, depending on like what's going on, like I'll tell you why I'm not in the mood, or like if there's like rocky relationship, like okay, I'm just not in the mood right now, and someone keeps pushing me, then I'm gonna get pissed off. But if I'm going for my partner, I want to know like why I'm getting turned down, because I like what's going on, like are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, because for me, like if I'm initiating it, it just happens.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like with girls, I feel like you guys would have issues with the guys initiating too much sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because that's my issue.
That's what I mean. Like if I try once and it's like down, and I'm like, I tried, you shut me down. So it is. I don't know. Like that's always a conversation. It always comes to communication.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But you said initiating too much as far as guys.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, you guys think with your dicks half the time. So with women, if we're not feeling it, or like we feel something is off.
Yeah.
Then we're not going to be into it if we care about you. Like if it depends on like what's going on. I don't do that.
Yeah.
But
I think I'll give you an example. With one of my partners I've had, it turned into like me initiating too much because like she was stressed with like something or whatever, and usually it's fine because like we had a great sex life, but when that happens too often, like I started feeling like I wasn't wanted. And it turns into like, what am I doing wrong? I'm sitting there thinking about like not only that moment, but the rest of the day or the week. Like, at what point did I messed up to where my partner like is not attracting me intimately, you know? And even though like we've been together for long enough to where like I can communicate it, I almost feel ashamed to ask. Yeah. Like, why are you not attracted to me? Because I almost don't like. I'm almost scared of the answer. Yeah.
Well, like sex is such a big part of relationships, especially if you're like, I mean, like when I just feel like when I work out very consistently, like it's even more. And so if the fact that like if I'm asking you multiple times and it's just not happening, I'm like, where else are you getting it? Because I feel like you're going somewhere else for it. And at that point, I get very, I can detach very easily. And so as soon as I start feeling something is off, you're like, because you never used to be like that, but now you are, like, what's going on? So like, start talking to me. I'm not going to get mad, just be honest. So like, it's just,
you're gonna get mad.
Not really. I mean, if you're honest with me though, like, I mean, you're being honest. Like, if it was something like I'm just not in the mood or like I'm just not feeling this anymore, I'd been like, cool, like how long has this been going on? Like, I asked you this 2 weeks ago and you're just now saying something, but I get like trying to gather your thoughts before.
At that point, there's just like no sexual frustration. It's just frustration. That like why didn't you communicate earlier? Because
getting bad.
No, because like
my biggest pet peeve is I expect you and I'm
Yeah.
waiting and nothing happens, then I'm like,
That's what I'm
Because,
saying. You're
like-
gonna get bad because this whole time that was it, and you didn't fucking tell me.
Yeah, no, because like with me, like I only want to be where I'm wanted. I don't want to like if we're sleeping in the same bed and okay, wait, before all that, what's the average amount of time? Like that's like healthy for y'all?
I mean,
A week. Let's say a week.
Oh, like times?
Yeah, times.
If I could actually pick.
Ideally for you, yeah. You can pick.
For me, I mean, it's going to be, every other day.
He said every day or every other day?
Every other, like, minimum.
Every other?
Initially, like, when you first start, yeah. Because, like, it's new.
When you first start every day.
At first start.
In a relationship and stuff, though, like.
Multiple times, right?
Say,
Yeah.
In a relationship, though, and I've only had, like, 2 serious relationships in my life. Like, those, I mean, like, the longer you're with each other, it's still a huge part. So if you're not. Yeah. There's so many married couples that are like, when you don't feel like having sex, just do it. Because your partner is, like, not in the fact of, like, just get in there and get it done. But it's just, like, you know what that, like, how your partner feels when you're constantly turning them down. Like you say, like, you feel like you don't want to constantly ask. It has nothing to do with them. You may be stressed at work. So it's just, like, are you going to take one for the team kind of thing?
I can appreciate that. Long-term relationship, definitely. Long-term relationship, every other day might even be a lot.
That's
honestly.
A lot in a long-term relationship.
For me, it's always been there's always been distance that played a role. So it always ends up being every day with a month, 2 months in between of like no sex. Right?
Yeah.
Which to me is still healthy.
I can't imagine that first nut after not seeing your girl for like 2 months.
It kind of makes long distance like its own little territory. Like the sex life in long distance is almost worth it because it's always rejuvenating that first time after not seeing each other for like 2 months, 3 months. Yeah. Especially if you're loyal. If you're not loyal, then it's like whatever, right? So, but that when you're loyal and like there's that drive and it builds up, and then you guys have a week in some hotel somewhere, new environment. You haven't seen each other for months, so you're getting like all the pleasures. Are just
and you don't have to wash any of the beddings.
Like everything is easy, so it's like
I'm keeping this PG. You all are just
nah.
I'm like, all right, is this the way we're going? Okay.
But long term living close together every other day. That's a long time for that.
Well, I feel like if I'm like long term, I haven't had a boyfriend in a long time, so that's why but I mean, when I lived, it was like maybe once a week. That would be
that's crazy.
Once or twice a week.
I'm good with once a week though. When you have busy schedules, like I barely even saw him half the time. So it was just kind of like, if it happens, it happens. Sometimes it would be more. Sometimes, I mean, I would go a couple weeks. So that was not ideal, but it's fine. So.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, like that couch cushion starting to look good. Like, shit, that couch cushion is a little thick today. Yeah. No.
But it also depends on your partner too. Like at the end, it's just like I wasn't there anymore, and so that's really hard for me to. I just can't have sex with someone that's just. have that attraction or want to anymore.
Oof,
I can't sleep around. I just don't, it's just not me.
Right.
I have to like have a connection with you to even enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
I feel like for dudes, it's just so much different. It's just, you see a body and it's just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
You see your body and it's just like, okay.
just turn the lights off. So you're looking great.
Turn the lights off. Fair enough. That was the last question on the card, yeah?
Yep.
I just say it like that. That was a good card. I like that one. I like
The way it
picks.
ended.
I like the perceptions though. The perceptions and the connections one today were definitely resonating. Let us know. We've had this talk about love languages. Let us know what you guys are feeling. Are you taking the physical touch or are you taking the words of affirmation? Like, do you want the gifts or what was the other one?
I don't know. I'll just take all of them.
She was taking all of them. Do you need all of them? Do you want all of them?
And in some aspect, in a healthy relationship, you're doing all of them.
Yeah.
In some
yes, you
aspect.
are. You definitely are.
There's more than just 5. I feel like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
We'll be here all day listing that shit off.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Me, sleep. Sleep should be one of them. It's just sleep together.
That's my favorite thing. Like, I don't even want you to touch me in the like sexual way. Just like I love to be cuddled.
Cuddle and sleep.
But I don't like which is weird because I don't like to be touched like that unless I'm dating you. And then I love like just wrap your arms and like strangle me, and then I'm fine. But it's just crazy for how like that'll take a weight off of a woman's shoulders is just having that protection of her man around her.
That's cute.
So.
Wow, you heard it here.
You heard it here. Let us know.
In my opinion.
And from an independent queen. Yeah.
I know. I'm over
I
here
was
admitting my
skipping.
shit. No one knows these things. I'm like a softie right now. Giving all my hints out.
No, we're all people, and at the end of the day, we need that human connection and that outlet to love somebody, and because we all have a lot of love in us, So like to bottle it all up and spend it in places that don't really care for us, like at work or something. Like you're giving it away to people that don't matter, places don't matter. Rather give it to your partner. So.
There's actually a nice. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this. There's this. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was a recorded. They call it the dialogue, I believe, and it was a recording of this older African American female. She was talking to her husband, and they're going back and forth. And just there's one part that's always clipped, and like some songs have it and whatnot. And what they were talking about was she was saying that she needed her husband to love her the way that he's out there like loving the world, because he always goes out into the world and he's like always smiling with everyone, like being kind, being happy. But then when he comes home, because he's relaxed and he shows his true face, like he's not in a mood or he's sad or he's like whatever. And she's like, sometimes I need you to be the same person that you are out there, which is when you're feeling sad, like sure, I'm here for you. We've been in this marriage for however long. But like, I need you to still come home and smile for me too. Yep. Like you're using all of that. Like you're going out, which is good. You're going out into the world and you're putting on your best face. Yeah. But then that best face gets taken off, and I'm getting all the rash from it. So it's like just based off what you were saying. Like you definitely, people will go out there, show some love, but then make sure to keep enough in the tank for all your loved ones to be at home.
And that's for parents and like sons and daughters too. Like, and I went through that phase where, like, when I'm out, I'm very outgoing or whatever, and I spend it all outside. And I come home, my mom would ask me a question or something, and like, I'm just answering, like, I don't give a fuck, like, and now looking back on those things, and we always live this little life, and that's something that we learn from. But now I'm much more careful about that, because the same way that she has to go out every day, 6 days a week, and do the same thing and still come home and still has the an immense amount of love, enough for me to ask me if I've eaten today, or like if I want some, like if I need anything from her, like I should have returned that favor quicker. Should have. But what y'all?
Damn it, Lack.
Sorry.
So damn it, Lack.
What?
Be nicer to your mom.
Yeah, I know.
No, but
we all go through it though. We take it for advantage.
Yeah, for sure. What you shouldn't be taking for advantage, or what you should be taking advantage of, is the fucking subscribe button. Take advantage of the subscribe button. Take advantage of the fucking like button. Hit the notification bell so you know when the boys are on. Hit the notification boy. Hit the notification bell so that you know when Shannon's gonna be here again, because we definitely have to have her. Thank you so much for giving us all the female insight. I mean, like I said, we're gonna take this and run with it. So if anyone asks me, I'm like, yo, what do you mean by you've been ghosted? What do you mean? Shannon's never been ghost. What are you talking about? I don't care.
That sounds so bad.
I've been. You don't know my thing because I've been ghosted, but you have not. So what are you saying? But you wouldn't find out. You wouldn't find out if you haven't hit the noti bell to know when the boys are dropping another episode with the girl Shannon. So thank you very much. Again, audio listeners, you're missing out. You definitely want to come over to the video side. Check out the boys. Check out the set. If it's been a minute, she said she had her nails done just for the podcast, so we appreciate that.
You know it.
But no, last but not least, definitely leave a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Boy Toaster has been putting in a lot of work for the long form videos, so make sure you give him a shout out in the comments. Anything you want to leave with the people? What's going on next for you? Where can we find you if you want them to find you? No.
Just playing now. The next time I'm on here for you guys. But no, I really do appreciate you guys having me on here and having fun. You know, it's always fun picking at Lack and you. Ever since the day I met you, we got it too. So.
Since I met her, which is crazy.
You what?
I've been catching strays since I met you.
No, they're not strays. They're direct.
Oh, they're direct.
They're direct shots. Well aimed shots, bro. Well aimed, out calculated shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the scope.
Can't help it, you know.
Dialed in.
Dialed in.
But that's Shannon's love for people.
It is. If I make fun of you, that's how I know I fuck with you.
Right.
If I don't, then you know.
If she showed you her professional side, just know.
If you see my customer service voice, she fucked up.
Oh, I've heard it. Yeah.
Voice.
Yeah,
okay, cool. You heard that. Don't go out finding her in the comments in the socials, man.
Or just go out on a Saturday night at one of the clubs. She'll be there.
She'll probably be there.
I haven't been out in like 2 months. See, I love how you guys just fuck with me about it.
In sweats. Yeah.
Find her in
Talk to the
in my bed
with a drink in her hand that she got for free from the owner.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Shut this off.
She said, shut this off. But that will do. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
Peace.